Okay, I'm just gonna say a few things and then go off the mic. Okay, one of the things I'm gonna say is right now is um first of all, I think Davido needs to overhaul his management, and I know he has a big heart. I've been with Davido since the day of Damidoro, and to every single song Davido has dropped, I have listened to it. Yesterday, I expected him to do something for himself. Like even there's this good song the other day during the lockdown COVID lockdown. He did a show with MTV, something like that. Well, one of his songs from Good Time album, Intro. That's a very good song. Very, very good song. When Davido sings that song, like get his live
Which
band to do that intro. That
okay.
was, in fact, that's the best intro on any Nigerian album ever. Best intro songs, and I was expecting Davido to like, because that song is a very good song, like try to control the crowd, make the crowd feel you, and Davido didn't. And I feel like this is because I think he doesn't have a good management. And I will say to you, there was a time a lot of persons, a lot of Taddy BG, on this space in Twitter here, they were criticizing Asa, telling him that you're not doing the best, you're not helping this guy. I don't know what relationship he has with Asa or whatsoever, and I'm not going to say, oh, sack him or whatsoever. But this is it. At the point in Whiskey and Bonner's Boy's life, they decide to make a decision that actually translated into this position they are right now. And one thing we cannot deny the fact is that Davido, when it comes to the music thing, he's nowhere close to the Burna Boy. And I don't want to say Whiskey because I feel like Burna Boy is more of a musician than Whiskey, because Whiskey,
I wouldn't
yeah,
say that. Like, I think that's not coming from a constructive place because they are very different. If you're speaking about their artistry, they are very, very different. I will say that in terms of where they've reached, then that may be the difference between them. But I wouldn't say, because I could easily say that Davido has more hits than Burna Boy. But how the Burner Boy has managed to, streamline his artistry and execute it in a way that makes you think that nah, he's amazing, which he is, by the way. But it's just all about execution, in my opinion. I think people are thinking when you're comparing artists, don't compare how they execute it as opposed to how their actual artistry. Because I yesterday Davido didn't even play half of the bangers that he has. He didn't even play Joel. He
exactly,
didn't even play
exactly,
Flair.
nothing,
He didn't even play
nothing,
Flair.
not even fire,
No,
nothing. Those good,
he played Fire, but he played it when there was so many sound issues and like it was just like chaotic because they were rushing
very,
it.
very creative.
But that's what I'm saying. Your point is good, but at the same time, for example, you just said that that intro song would have been amazing for him to, why did he play that? But it was just because he didn't create this concert on the basis of his album. He didn't create it on the basis of any particular project. He just created it on the vibes of him being, let's say, not having performed for a couple of years. He's released so many
He
singles.
being a philanthropist, I
Yeah,
guess.
he's like got into politics, all those kind of things. He's had so many singles, so it's very different for you to, kind of compare it with the reasons why
Yeah,
they
yeah, I agree.
and thing did it. I just want to go
Yeah,
through
I agree.
everyone quickly, so more people have opportunity to speak. So,
All right, all right.
Miss, just round up your point then. Jedesola, FD Baby, and Amaka.
All right, just put an end to everything I'm trying to say is that fun. He should just overhaul his management and then just go for the best. If he really wants to do this music thing, he's good. Like he's really good. When I look at Davido, when I hear him sing, like he's good. So he should just overhaul his management system. Look for the people that has his best interest at heart, and just keep doing his thing, man. He's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jedesola.
So I think
just from what you said about like the songs that he sang, so I'm just trying to understand like what was the process of creating like his set list. So is it like songs that he felt like, the UK people would, vibe to more, or what exactly? Since, you said
Yeah.
he wasn't able to sing his album, because he did, like, he only sang what, Sweet in the Middle from his last album, and then Lala from his new one. Like, there were some bangers in both albums that he could have sang, but
Mm.
he didn't. So what, like, I was just trying to understand what exactly it was that he was trying to achieve in the concert.
The
And my
only
last
yeah.
and just
Obviously,
my last comment, sorry, before you continue, is no, like, I just don't like it that nobody knows like that. Like, it's that's my
I
favorite David
said this in the
song.
beginning. I said it
I
in the beginning.
was screaming that song. Nobody was singing that song. Where I was thinking, why is like that's not popular? But yeah, that's my only thing. But thanks.
I said it in the beginning. Yeah. No, I said so. Just to answer your first question, number one, and anybody who wants to come into that, I think sorry, I think he did the songs for number one, the crowd that was there, what is popping right now, but it wasn't based on his album, because if it was based on his album, he would have sang Femme and Joel, but it wasn't based on his album. And secondly, he only sang songs that on his latest album that had features with popular artists. So he was always going to bring Mayokun. That's standard. He always brings Mayokun out, and CK is the most popping person. Hence why he getting um love wanting tea. So that's the reasonings behind like why he sang those songs. Secondly, like that, I said it literally when the room was a bit more smaller and I was just literally just in my friends. Like that is the most underrated song I could ever imagine of Davido. Like, and why I say it's underrated, I think people don't appreciate like what you just said. But the problem is when he released that song, it was when he was releasing too many other good songs. So that's when at that moment, I believe Fire, If, and all they were popping for him. So people didn't, and like again, it goes with marinating when certain songs come out, and hence why I feel like his album didn't do as well, is because he just released it at the wrong time. When you with I'm not a music industry expert, but for someone who's very interested in Afrobeats, I will definitely say that, when you release your music, just make sure you're not releasing it to somebody who's basically your rival. And not rival in a negative way, but Wizkid and Davido, we always compare them because they are the two OGs in the industry at this moment. Back in those days, you could have been comparing the band and I don't know, fucking Two Face. I don't know, like this is our time, this is their time, and that's why you compare them. Hence why I don't take comparison as a negative, but just make sure when you're comparing that it's not coming as them as individuals and how they, something subjective. FD Baby and then Amaka.